Well, I couldn't wait any longer to do this post. It's coming up to 12:05 now on Monday, and Donald Trump is at the Knesset, the Israeli parliament, and was introduced or was to give a speech, and he looked absolutely shattered, by the way. And I thought, well, it'll last 10 minutes. The speaker will do a little bit of a talk, introduce Donald Trump, and then, of course, he didn't. He went on for over 30 minutes, and then he introduced Bibi Netanyahu, who's also been vaccinated with the gramophone fucking needle. He went on for 20 minutes, and then we've got the speaker, the opposition speaker now, who's been vaccinated by the same gramophone needle, and he's going on. Jesus, enough is enough. And poor old Donald, he really does look absolutely fucking knackered. It's been a busy time, 79 years of age. The time change, the flying and everything else. He's got a busy day ahead of him, and he's flying back tonight to the United States. I know he's got a big bloody private jet, and it's gorgeous and everything, and great big bedroom. But Jesus, just get on with it. Doesn't somebody in the PR realise it's time to introduce? Over an hour now this has gone on for. God almighty. And don't pop the champagne corks too soon, because I can tell you that Hamas and some of the other gangs, I can call them, in Gaza are already fighting each other and killing Palestinians, because they don't give a shit. I've understood that from day one. I know what they're like, Palestinians. I lived in the Middle East. I saw what they did to those countries, and I saw what they did to poor old, to Beirut, that used to be glorious. I saw what they did in Kuwait when I was down there, and they got kicked out. And that's why no Arab country wants them, because they're a nightmare. And this peace deal, which is incredible, by the way, and kudos to Donald Trump, and, but he really needs to get on with this introduction, these people. And to the Israelis out there, I think you're all amazing. Thank you all very much for what you've done over the years. But goodness me, tell this bloke to get off he's a fucking opposition speaker. You want to see what he's got to say? I don't want to hear anything about Keir Starmer or what he had to do with this peace deal, which was fuck all, except by recognising a Palestinian state before it actually happened all those weeks ago and giving credence to a fucking terrorist organisation. Same goes for Canada and Carney and Australia and Albanese. I mean, they're a fucking disgrace. Shame on you. Well done to Donald Trump. He's the only leader in the Western world that I've got any time for, and I wish to God he was over here. And Starmer, I hear this, we're going to guarantee $20 billion for rebuilding Gaza. Don't you fucking dare. We've got enough problems here in the UK. What about the fucking pensioners? What about those disabled people? What about our vets here in the UK? Never mind those illegal fucking immigrants that you go on about. I've got a good idea. We'll send them all to Gaza to rebuild the place. Rebuild it. Even if they can't physically do much, they can fucking make the cups of tea for the other workers, and they can get on with fucking clearing up the rubble and rebuilding. And those pro-Palestinians, put them on the same ship and ship them out to bloody Gaza. They can help rebuild as well, instead of sitting around going on and making our life a fucking misery here in the UK. Well, I can't believe it's still going on. It's in the background now, but I'll tell you what has been funny. If any of you have been listening to the live stream, one of the translators was a lady. I'm sure she's delightful, but she did sound like she smoked 20 a day, actually 60 a day, but she was quite funny. But some of the comments here have been absolutely extraordinary. I mean, the opposition leader is actually shaking his hand now. Now, is he going to actually introduce Donald Trump now to the speaker stand, to the podium? Jeez, God, give us a break. Oh, my God. Enough is enough. Come on, Mr. President.
I would like to thank the head of the opposition.
Oh, here we are.
It is now my distinct honor to invite the President.
Oh, they're finally going to invite the President of the United States of America.
Donald J. Trump.
Oh, wow. It's only taken about hour 15 minutes. I'll just stop now, listen to what he has to say, and hopefully, but he's been vaccinated with the gramophone needle too, so I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, is it time for a G&T? Well, I don't know what happened just there, but there are a couple of the Knesset members who, I don't know what they were saying, but obviously something had upset everybody and the security got rid of them pretty quickly. What a fucking moronic lot these left are. No matter where you are in the world, they're there, aren't they? They just can't fucking help themselves. They've got to have something to fucking whinge about. You know, they're just out there. They're like a fucking disease. You can't get rid of them. They're there. They're in the fucking atmosphere. They've just got to have a little fucking whinge. And they're envious of the people like myself, normal conservative people, who have a modicum of fucking common sense. And these fucking lefties, they just can't help themselves. And in America, they vote Democrat. In England, they vote Labour or Lib Dems or the Greens. Have you seen the leader of the Green Party in England? He's on a fucking separate planet. He's on a parallel fucking universe. And then you got fucking Albanese in Australia who's trying to ruin that great country that I was born in. And, of course, Carney in Canada, what is he doing to my Canadian friends? Oh, my God. Anyway, enough of this thing with Donald Trump. I've been watching it. I mean, the introduction just went on far too fucking long, as I've said before. I'm hoping that it'll happen, and I'm hoping that it will, but I think you're going to find the gangs in the Gaza now will come out, and they'll try and take over, and somebody will be doing something to somebody else. It's not stable. The Arab countries have got to get themselves involved. Now, they're not going to take Palestinians. They've said that categorically, and who can blame them? Oh, they'll probably all come here. Don't worry about it. That'll be fine. And I see some woman who got a scholarship to a university in Scotland, a scholarship. She wanted to bring her husband and all the kids, and the government said no. It's fucking typical, isn't it? And this government guaranteeing we will give 20 billion in guarantees to rebuilding Gaza. Don't you fucking dare, as I've said earlier. That is a fucking disgrace. If you do that, you've got to be kicked out. And I just find the whole fucking thing appalling. And we've got too many problems in this country that need to be addressed for the British public in the first place, and never mind anybody else. And I've just got to mention very briefly the China spy case. You've all heard about it. I'm not going to go on about it. Why was the case dropped against them? It was a clear cut, it was a fait accompli. They were. But the CPS said they didn't have enough information, or whoever was involved. Something very suspicious there. And apparently China want to build a super embassy. I don't know what a super embassy is, but apparently it's massive. And they've already bought the land. And because China has taken over the world, and we've got to be very careful with our security here in the UK. We have to be very careful indeed. It's about time we fucking woke up to ourselves and become great again. This is a country that gave you the jet engine. In the 1940s and 50s and 60s, we fucking led the world in so many things. Nuclear power, nuclear energy, aircraft, Victors, Vulcans, Valiants, Lightnings, Canberras, you name it. The mighty Merlin engine that saved the Second World War. Quite incredible. And now look at us. Look at us now. What a shadow of our former selves. But we're still there, and the resilient ones are in the background, the quiet ones that are proud to wave the flag, as I am. Okay, I'm not old, young enough and, physically capable of going out in the demonstration, but if I could, I fucking would. I'm proud to be British, and so should you be. And those people that come over here and live high off the hog on the back of us, you're a sham. Disgraceful. And this government are a joke. Anyway, Donald Trump is still speaking. I'm not going to listen to the rest of it because I pretty much know what he's going to say. And I'm worried about France. And I thought Macron was very odd what happened there. His prime minister resigned because he couldn't cope. And then Macron says, no, you've got to come back and do it 5 days later. I thought British politics was fucked up. The French politics are even more fucked up. And Europe, we're in deep trouble. The whole fucking world's in trouble. Could we be in for a recession? I hate to say it, ladies and gentlemen, but I am really concerned about it. Anyway, it is what it is. Have a good one. Take care. Look after yourself, for Pete's sake.